as the Americans celebrated their 235th year of independence with flags hosted in all manner of places, another flag belonging to another country was flying on their soil, albeit for a different reason.
27:58, 28 minutes, Sammy Kitwara, winner of the Peachtree Road Race.
Kenya's Sammy Kitwara was leading the pack as more than 60,000 people took to the streets of Atlanta, running in a race that has become the world's largest and one of the most prestigious events held annually here as part of the festivities to mark the nation's independence. He finished first in the 10-kilometer race, clocking 28 minutes and 5 seconds, and was closely followed by fellow countryman Mathew Kisorio. Kitwara once again put Kenya on the world map as journalists from world's leading media houses took turns to interview him.
Players coming down between Sammy Kitwara out of Kenya and Mathew Kisorio. Those two guys.
I was just coming here to win, not running time, because I have only 1 week, or let's say 1 week, to Kenyan trials.
So do you know whether you have broken the record that I'm told you were holding from 2009?
I had much concentration in the race and followed by Kenyan trials, so I had no to pan here and live for the Kenyan trials because I love my country.
And Kenyans, led by the ambassador to the United States, Elkanah Odembo, were on hand to cheer them on.
The Peachtree Road Race, the 10-kilometer road race, is the largest road race, 10-kilometer road race in the world. And so for Kenyans to have won this, and from about, I think, 3-kilometer mark, Kitwara and Kisorio were shoulder to shoulder. So we had for 30 minutes here, the announcers, and on TV here, live on American TV, Kenya was on the news. And that prevailed for up to the end of the race at the 28th-minute mark. We don't have better ambassadors than our runners.
What would be your message to the general Kenyan viewership, especially those Kenyans that live here in the United States?
I want to say to Kenyans here in the US, in Kenya, when it comes to middle and long distance running, Kenya is the absolute best in the world. We are unquestionably the best in the world. And we must really begin to appreciate our runners a bit more than we do. I feel very badly that we don't give them the recognition that they deserve. We don't recognize them as much as we ought to. We don't appreciate them.
The event director, Tracy Russo, was full of praise for the Kenyan team.
But I got to tell you, that was an incredible race with our professional field. Those two Kenyans, neck and neck. Sammy and those guys just did awesome.
Now, knowing what you know about the Kenyans' representation here, even in the years gone, what do you think about Kenyans generally?
Well, I think it's fantastic that a race like the HE Peachtree Road Race brings in the best of our athletes internationally, and certainly it's always dominated by the Kenyans. And we love year after year to bring in the best Kenyans because it's part of the Atlanta tradition is to have the best in the world, and certainly out of Kenya we find the greatest runners, and it's nice to blend that with our American runners as well.
In the women category, Kenya's Alice Tembili came second, losing by only a few seconds to Ethiopia's highly accomplished long-distance runner, Wakesh Kidani. And as the Americans gathered in large numbers to celebrate their independence in style, everyone was in agreement that when it comes to middle and long-distance running, Kenyans are simply the best.
Well, I've always said that the Kenyans are the best runners in the world. They train hard, their endurance is amazing, and they run hard, so I expect them to be in the competition every year.
Once again, another first for Kenyans as the Kenyan flag continues to fly very high here. And it is indeed Kenyans like this and others who make their compatriots who live out here very proud to be Kenyan. Ben MJ Muriithi, NTV, Atlanta.